Hello, Zach here with a 3v3 random map, and I tell you what guys, I am over the moon today, absolutely chuffed to bits, because today hit 1,000 subscribers, and that's just brilliant. I couldn't be more happy with that myself, and I want to thank you all for watching and continuing to support the channel, even though I take, kind of long periods of time away occasionally, and as I say before, I'll try not to do that when I can. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for subscribing, and really it's just onwards and upwards to 2,000 subscribers really, see how it goes from there. Alright, so this is a 3v3 game between RVK clan and the Lone clan. The map is coastal, as you can see, and it means that there's a lot of water on the map, and this game is a little bit different. Usually in a water map such as this, you expect to see a lot of water combat, fighting for the water, as indeed we did see in the last game that I uploaded yesterday. Now, that's not always the case. You don't always have to have a water battle. It is usually the case, however, but bear in mind that you can force your opponents to a land battle. And that is exactly what we're going to see today, and it's a pretty good game. It's not too long. Usually I stay away from doing 3v3, 4v4 games due to the fact that they usually drag out for a long while. Although saying that, I have seen 1v1 games that have lasted a good 2 hours, and for some reason the score keeps freezing. But anyway, so yeah, we're looking at the moment at MC, a lone MC in blue. He is playing as... what is he playing as? He's playing as Saracens. In red we've got Sencha, oh, bit of a freeze there, sorry, as Turks. Teal we've got Georgie as Koreans. Over to the other side now, we've got RVK Ryut. You've probably seen him before, I'm pretty sure I've commented some of his games before. He's playing as Aztecs. Duago, RVK Duago, Japanese in purple, and finally we've got Jordan, RVK Jordan as Byzantines. And that's another thing I like about this game. It's all different civs, and you know me, I don't like the classic, Hun wars. Don't like the classic same civ wars all the time. And I think a lot of people are in agreement with this. They are very repetitive after a while, and people get bored of seeing a 1v1 Arabia over and over again. Alright, yes, the tactics may be different here and there, but really, it's not like such a thrilling game as something that mixes it up. As you saw a while back when I did the doubt game with the skirmishers, that was a really good 2v2 match, and that's exactly what I'm trying to bring you more of. And thanks to AOC Box, they are providing recordings, and that means that I can bring you more interesting content. So I'm going to get on the case with talking to, I don't know how it's pronounced, but Cyon? C-Y-S-I-O-N. Pretty sure that's how it is. He's the guy who runs AOC Box, and he's the one providing the recordings. So if there's any thanks at all, please give it to him and check out AOC Box, because they do provide a lot of interesting content, and it's all Age of Empires related, which is great. So now I've spoke for a good 4 minutes, and the game is well underway. All the boars are being lured now, as you've seen. 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. We can expect to see advancing to the feudal age pretty soon. Let's have a look at water control then. Well, not water control, but what's going on with boats. Lone MC in blue, 3 boats out on the water now. Same for red, almost 3 on the water for red, 3 on the water for teal. Now, Grey has done something interesting. Not gone straight out to the edge of the map, he's gone to the middle. And that's quite a nice little choice to make. Jordan there in Grey, taking the middle lake. Maybe he doesn't realise it's an actual lake, but that is a good move to make. He knows then that there's going to be a lot less harassment on the water from any ships that might be coming inbound once he gets to the feudal age. It does seem a little bit laggy, so I am going to speed it up to 2nd speed. Hopefully that's not too fast. It's kind of hard to get the balance sometimes. Green has actually made a bit of a silly mistake. Well, I don't know if it's a silly mistake or not. It doesn't look like he's actually scouted this out properly. Let's have a quick look. RVK Ryut. Oh no, he has scouted it. He knows he's only got a little water patch here. I guess he's not going to be in for any harassment on this area of water, but at the same time he's invested quite a bit of wood there, and he could potentially have wasted some because there's not many fish in that little patch of water. Would have been better to come down a bit. and try and get onto the sea. Take Fog of War off again, and let's see what's happening then. We've got Teal doing a bit of a wall off. Blue's already walled off majority of his base. He's not walled off this little area, but I'm expecting that that'll come soon. Grey then, not walling off. Teal not walling off. Green, little wall off, but nothing major. And nothing... there we go. MC is now advanced to the feudal age, and I think he was the first to do so as well. 27 population for MC. Riot is in the lead, and if you actually look at his population, he's on a whole 34 population, and comparing that to the others, he's definitely in the lead with his population count, and that's probably causing his highest score at the moment. Bear in mind, he's only just invested in upgrading to the feudal age, so his score took a little bit of a knock there, but he is still in the lead with plenty of villagers out already, and a few fishing ships on the water as well. Now, judging by the walling off that's going on, we can always expect in these kind of games that there's going to be some kind of early harassment coming on, but it depends really how your opponents try to play the game. Judging by the amount of walling off on both sides, it would suggest that a fast castle is going to be happening. And a fast castle, of course, is interesting. It's quite a common tactic with less pro players. You usually find that pro players prefer to have a lot of feudal age kind of skirmishes going on to try and reduce their opponent's economy whilst they can get to the castle age. Obviously that takes a lot of skill, and that's why it's mainly seen in pro players when they do that. However, we can see a fast castle sometimes with the pro game is very interesting, because the fast castle strategy is often used by not so good players because it's easier to do. Once you get to the castle age, you get knights out, it's very easy to take over your opponent's base, kill off a lot of villagers once you've got those knights, and if your opponent is slower at getting to the castle age than you, then it can be quite an easy win. Now, it looks like we are going to be seeing fast castle, and it surprises me at this stage that Grey hasn't walled off at all, which could suggest that Grey is actually going to do some harassment. We'll see. Let's have a look at what he's doing. He's already in the feudal age, and look at this. 800 food, 200 gold. He can already afford to go to the castle. Well, to the castle age. He's probably going to be advancing pretty soon, actually. He probably just needs the last buildings. Well, in fact, he needs both buildings. And let's see what's going on down here, because I've just seen a little X on the map. Okay, interesting. So, Purple is moving forward with some villagers, no doubt to make a forward base. And he is advancing to the castle age. So we have seen a fast castle from RVK Doago. Meanwhile, though, Green has only just advanced to the feudal age, and at the same time, RVK Doago is already advancing to the castle age. No doubt, though, that Riot is going to be able to advance to the castle age as soon as he gets this blacksmith and market up. He's got near enough food there, and he's also playing as Aztecs, who have a pretty decent economy. They do collect faster with their villagers. So as you can see now, Doago moving forward with some villagers here, and it's a bit annoying how it's a little bit laggy. I don't want to miss too much, but I'm going to have to speed it up, unfortunately. Excuse me as well for the sniffles, I've got a bit of a cold, but we can deal with that. Okay, so we've got Georgie now garrisoning some units in here. Let's see what he's actually producing. Is he going for archers, or what is he doing? He's not advanced to the castle age yet. It looks like he's going to do some feudal pressure where he can. Bear in mind that he knows Riot is slow to advance, so he can build up an army advantage. Over on this side then, we've got Grey still, RVK Jordan, and he is... where is he on here? He's already going into the castle age, and only just completing a wall off. Lone MC, on the other hand, he's already into the castle age by the looks of it. No, sorry, he's feudal. And it doesn't look like he's actually ready to advance at all. He needs a lot of food yet, although he has got a lot of fishing boats on the water. Also, I've just noticed up here a little blue dot, and that means that Lone MC has taken out the whole force, well not whole force, all of Doago's fishing boats. Now, bear in mind that the team RVK is actually doing something quite clever here. They're actually forcing a land battle, and it's not just going to be any normal land battle. They are forcing a certain kind of land battle, which you'll soon see, hence the fast castle. Now, Lone MC has actually invested quite a little bit of gold and a little bit of wood into these galleys. He's only killed off, I think, 4 or 5 of Duago's ships there. So Duago's really not interested in water control at all. Now, alright, yeah, Lone MC, he's going to have a lot of fish to gather on the water, which means he's going to have a nice strong economy food-wise. But what could Grey and, well, RVK team be doing? Well, I see a monastery there. It's over here. Oh, I see a couple of monasteries over here. It's over here. Oh, I see a monastery over here. That's right. It's a 3-way monk rush, and this is always an interesting combination. It's not very usual that you see a monk rush in a 3v3 game, hence why Lone was probably not expecting it. Usually in a 3v3 game, if one player does a monk rush, due to the fact that your opponents can get knights out and you're going to be outnumbered, due to that fact alone, it's usually written off straight away that it's not going to work out. However, a 3-way monk rush, this is going to be interesting because obviously the Lone clan is not expecting this at all. As you can see already, Purple's got quite a few monks there. He's already converted some of Duago's, sorry, not Duago's, he's already converted some of Sensu's men. Now, it looks like Purple Duago is going forward with this, and there we go. Jordan just getting an outpost up there to kind of scout out what Lone MC is doing. And the monk rush usually contains, obviously, monks and mangonels as well. Mangonels are great because they actually outrange the town centre. As you can see there, town centre with 6 range, a mangonel has 7. So a monk rush with mangonels is usually a good combination. Mangonels can be used to take out any archer units, as they have a good range, and also they can take out any town centres, because obviously outranging them is a good thing. Now, you don't want your monks getting too close to arrow fire, as they are pretty weak. They have, 0 pierce armour. They have 0 melee armour as well, but usually they can prevent their opponents from getting to them before melee takes place. So, what's Blue doing here? Oh, Blue's actually getting a castle up, and that's going to provide a few problems for Jordan, I think. Jordan's going to have to spend quite a while trying to get through these walls, so we'll come back to this in a bit when either of them have made some progress. However, looking at the way things are at the moment, Duago has made a very good push down the centre. Now, usually the centre player, the pocket, as it's called, is the one to boom their economy, and that is exactly what Sencho is probably expecting to have to do. In a pro game, it's less likely that you get pocket players booming so early, because obviously there is always the threat of being attacked like this. However, I don't think Sencho was expecting that, and he's had to run away. Look at that, all his villagers fleeing over to Blue's base. Now, that's it. Duago's pretty much gutted Sencho's base. He's built his own town centre right here, which is a good position, obviously close to gold and close to stone. Sencho is now forced over to Blue's base and over to Teal's base as well. He's already got a town centre up here, so there's no doubt that Sencho is still in this game. He could still support his teammates, but he's definitely taken a big knock, and he can expect Purple to be in hot pursuit. Now, as you actually can see, Purple has actually done 0 walling off, and his main base is very open indeed. Now, excuse me, I have got a really bad nose, so if Blue were to actually send some knights up here, Blue would be able to take out pretty much all of Duago's base, but that's the thing, you see, being on the offensive like Duago is, it means that he can just do what he likes, because at the end of the day, they're more concerned about not losing their home base that they don't even think to head up here and try and harass Duago. They're going to assume he's walled off, basically. Now, unfortunately, with a 3v3 game, there is a lot that we can miss. Obviously, I can only keep an eye on a certain part of the action at any one time, and therefore, we may have missed quite a few interesting things over here. However, Green is starting to make a little bit of a push now, and the Lone team are definitely going to be a bit demoralised, and they're probably panicking right now as well. I mean, if you were playing this game and you saw this amount of monks just sort of, you know, just strolling into your base, you'd be panicking. And it already looks like Dan has made a good progress into Blue's base. He's already converted a few of Blue's units, and he's got plenty of monks there on the shoreline. Blue is now on open water. He's not really got any harassment to worry about there, so he's going to have plenty of food coming in. But he definitely needs to keep an eye out on those monks, because Blue is going to have a bit of a pincer attack coming in now. Red is obviously stationed on the outside of Blue's base, and he can no doubt expect Purple to be making a push-up soon with all those mangonels, all those monks, and it's going to be problematic. Obviously, Blue's got to deal with Grey heading into his base on the right, and Red's got to deal with Purple pushing in to the left. Meanwhile, over at Teal and Green, Green's not doing so great. He has got plenty of monks though, and if you can get some successful conversions in there, you might be able to make a nice job of it. However, Teal is doing a good job of defending. He's making the sensible choice in garrisoning his units inside of his stable before releasing them. Obviously, sending your men one at a time towards a line of monks is not going to work. Obviously, the best thing to do in this situation is garrison them inside, wait till you've got a reasonable number, and then try and overpower them. Back at Blue's base then, a nice move from Grey there. He's got his conversions going on here, getting some watchtowers up here to snipe off those enemy villagers. And those monks are extremely effective, look at that. Getting 1 or 2 conversions there before anything is able to even happen. Of course, monks not just good for conversions as well. Monks are able to heal your own units, so that means your units are going to have a longer lifespan and you're going to do better overall. If we actually take a look here then, Grey hasn't built any military production buildings whatsoever other than these 3 monasteries here. And if we look at the units that Grey controls, it's clear that he's managed to convert quite a few of Blue's men, and if he can continue the way he is, Blue could be in a spot of trouble here. Okay, so Lone Censure has resigned. He's been crushed by I've got his colour now, by not orange, no, what's the colour? Purple, there we go, Purple crushed Red to the right of Blue's base. Blue did not stand a chance with a pincer attack on the left and right. He would have really struggled there to defend himself. Meanwhile, over at Teal's base, Teal did a pretty good job of defending himself, but Teal would not have been able to rebound for the team and come back against Purple. Purple obviously setting up a second base over here and really taking a strong foothold and separating his opponents. It would have been nearly impossible for Blue to support Teal, and likewise for Teal to support Blue, especially with Purple in the way. So anyway, I hope that has been an enjoyable game to watch. Hopefully the sound quality and the levels of music are a lot better this game. I didn't realise how loud it was last game, and I know my voice was drowned out a bit, but I've managed to dig out an old microphone that's actually better than my other one, so hopefully this is all good and I can bring you more better quality, better games, and keep things going as they are. So anyway, yes, I've been Zach, hope you've enjoyed this game, and I'll see you next time.